Hello and welcome back. So glad that I can make your acquaintance once again.
Shit. Do we have to make each other's acquaintance? Because I really don't want to with you.
One of the reasons why I try to stay away from political conversations.
Wait, let me guess. Is it because you make a complete dunce out of yourself every time you try to talk about political conversations? Is that it?
In particular on my main platforms, because I talk more about it on my Patreon, more controversial things on my Patreon, which, by the way, if you're not a patron, become a patron on today. I'm going to leave a card as well as a link in the description down below.
So what's the reason you don't talk about political conversations again? Because for the rest of the entire video, you just go straight into the political shit and you never give the reason why you never talk about it. You just talk about your Patreon. Is that it?
I've heard it said that, Black Lives Matter is divisive because it suggests that Black people insist that their lives somehow are of greater value than their counterparts.
See what I mean? Jumps right into the political shit, forgetting her previous point on why she doesn't talk about political shit. Anyways, Black Lives Matter are considered divisive because they shut down a gay pride parade for not having equal representation of people of color, even though they were the honored guests there. Like, what the fuck?
And I've heard it said that if there is to be a such thing as Black Lives Matter and Black Pride, why shouldn't there be a White Lives Matter and White Pride?
White Lives Matter and White Pride is a joke. People are using those hashtags to mock you. I mean, how can you be taken seriously as a equal member of society if you want special rights? Either White Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter, or No Lives Matter. Double standards are shit, and I won't stand for them. You can't have one and not have the other. That's how this works.
To publicly state my feeling from my view of those statements before I go into the coup de grace and finish the discussion. The reason there isn't white pride is because the statement in and of itself suggests that there is a void where white pride is concerned. To say there should be white pride implies that young white children are being brought up with the notion that there is a problem with the color of their skin.
Actually, some white children have been made to feel ashamed because of their skin color. There was an excellent article, by the way, I'll provide a link in case you don't believe me, but basically a school in Manhattan separated minority students from white students, and in the minority classroom, minority students were given cupcakes and would be empowered for nothing more than their skin color, not the content of their character. Whereas the white students were made to feel ashamed of their whiteness and were told that they had privilege and were born racist. And these kids, who were as young as 6, literally went home in tears, believing that they were awful people just because they happened to be white. Anyways, it's an excellent article, and I suggest you read it. Well, continue on with the video, I guess.
That as a result of their appearance, they will be harassed, accosted, profiled.
Again, those students that attended that school were profiled just because they were white to be racists. Just because some of them may have had ancestors that did racist things and were racist, that they were racist. You see what I'm saying here?
So you say there should be white pride. But my response to that is there is an abundance of it because that's all you ever knew.
No, you're wrong. Not all black people are victims, not all white people are privileged. There are downfalls to being either race, okay? And yes, should we try and fix those things? Probably, but bitching and moaning about it on the internet doesn't do shit. So fuck you.
The reason why black people insist upon black pride is to allow and enable the people of color that look like me to go out in the world and not feel ashamed to be a person of color.
That's good. You shouldn't feel ashamed of your skin color. I completely agree with you there. But you should feel ashamed that you're a complete and utter fucking moron. That's where I draw the line. I'd like to end the video here. I just wanted to make a quick response to this dunce. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like. And if you really liked it, consider subscribing to me. Every little bit helps. Thank you. Have a nice day.